let's do the Guild Wars 2, not the elite specs and core classes, but the new weapons tier list. Which weapons are the best for each of the classes? And how much it's gonna affect, and how much I'm excited for it to change the specs on that class, and how impactful they're gonna be. We're gonna use the core classes icons for this, so that way it's easier to understand, right? So we have first, let's go with the Guardian. Guardian pistol. Honestly, Guardian pistol, it's fine. I don't really like it that much. At the end of the day, what does it have? It solves a problem. Actually, let's put as SS plus. Actually, let's do this instead. Let's do S plus, S, A, B, C. That's better. I think it's probably A, right? Because like it solves a problem that Guardian used to have, which is not having a Condi weapon. Like two Condi weapons. They had axe and torch and nothing else, right? And now with pistol, you're gonna have to be able to do axe and torch and then pistol on the other side, which will give you indeed a good option for Condi Willbender or for Condi Firebrand, right? So in that way, it definitely fixes it, because Scepter, for example, was just a thing that you could use. Like you could just use it because you had nothing else to put in it, right? And this will probably make Condi Willbender that not a lot of people play kind of relevant. And Firebrand honestly gives us a little bit of buff as well, in terms of, at least as a damage dealer, of course, because right now it's competing with Herald and it's not winning at all. So hopefully that gives a little bit of boost for Herald, for Firebrand, so it actually comes back in the meta. I think honestly I even put it, but it's very uninteresting. I think what we would have to see in the beta, maybe there's more things that we can see. There's definitely a prediction of what's gonna work on how it's gonna work in the beta. But right now I'm not really that excited. Actually, I wouldn't even put it on B tier. It solves some issues. It's definitely like not bad, but it's just, I don't know. I don't really like. It's just a piss, just shoot stuff. There's not that much. It didn't seem that interesting in the preview we got. Warrior. For Warrior, honestly, it's an S plus. Not only it looks badass, it solves a big issue that Warrior had, which it didn't have any healing weapon. It gives heal. It gives offensive wounds. It gives barrier. And the only question that could actually bring it to an S or an A even, if it doesn't have this, but I'm going to assume that it does, is that we didn't see that it gives protection, which it needs, to be relevant in the meta, right? Otherwise, you're going to have to bring banner of like the fans or whatever, and banners are kind of scuffed right now. So I'm guessing that it's probably going to give protection in mostly the way that it's probably going to work in the burst skill. It's going to be where you have the protection. So you bring Berserker, and when you use the burst skill, on staff, you're going to give protection to everyone, and that will probably be fixed. I think it's going to be a very, very exciting weapon to try out for sure and see how it works. I think it definitely will work. There's no way that they're not going to give that to the to us. Like they're putting staff because they want us to use healing, a healing build on Warrior. There's no way it's not gonna work. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't. Next one is gonna be Revenant. Revenant, it looks actually pretty cool as well. I actually wasn't excited about this at all. I think it's an A. I think it's like it's definitely gonna be great. It's definitely gonna be very powerful. I think S is better because like it's gonna be powerful, but mainly because Revenant right now is very powerful. Heal Herald is very powerful. Having a weapon like this to heal is going to be absolutely great. It's going to give barrier. It's going to give might. And it's going to be great for Heal Herald. We didn't have... we used staff, right? And shield. But we didn't really have a main weapon to use for healing, right? And giving the barrier to Heal Herald is going to completely bring it to a complete other level and make it insanely busted. It's definitely not... It's really not fixing something that Heal Heralds lack. It's more like it's giving something... Like, it's not like Heal Herald needs barrier to be good. It's already good. It just makes it even better. Insanely good, right? It's actually insanely good, right? So I don't think it's going to be S+, because it doesn't really show... It doesn't really give you, like... It doesn't really fix anything, right? But it's so powerful that... And also, you're probably going to be able to bring it into a normal build, into a DPS build, and give barrier with it. So it actually sounds very nice. Next, Thief Access. Thief Access also solves a bit of an issue that Thief has, which is the fact that they don't have any cleave, so they're gonna definitely do that. It's probably higher. Yeah, it's maybe an S+. Ooh. You know, S plus, because honestly, all the weapons on Thief fucking suck, man. I hate them. Maybe it's just a personal thing. Staff 2, spamming staff 2, it just sucks, right? And this, it really sounds like it also fixes the problem that Thief has, where you want to spam one button over and over again. With this access, you're actually gonna have to press other buttons as well, and to make your access like stay there and then come back, you're gonna have to play around and press more buttons than just one, which is the best button. So it's actually gonna be a bit of a different type of playstyle than we usually have on Thief. So it actually fixes that problem. It's also a combi and power weapon, so you can use it in both types of builds. It's range, and I think honestly it solves a lot of issues. We'll see how it works. I'm very excited for it. But it sounds, and it's actually an very interesting type of idea that you launch your access and you bring them back, you put them there. It's actually, I think it's pretty cool. NG Shortbow. NG Shortbow. Where would I put this? NG Shortbow is like A. Because we don't really know how it's gonna work. It definitely could bring a lot of utility. Like, it could definitely be the permanent good healing weapon that NG needs. But I'm not sure if it actually has that right now. We don't know if it brings prot, and it needs to bring prot for you to drop shield, because use shield to give the prot on uptime on NG. And if it doesn't, you're not gonna be able to use it unless it's a build that you're gonna use for like damage, right? But it's supposed to be, and I think it's very much likely a weapon that is for healing, right? It's supposed to like give you a healing weapon that we didn't used to have on NG, because you do like mace shield. It's not really healing weapons, it's just that you put them there because like you don't have anything else, right? And because NG you can't really change weapons, you can't really do anything about it, right? So if it has protection, it's gonna be absolutely like S plus tier. If it doesn't have it, it's gonna be like okay, and you can bring it if you, assuming that someone else is bringing me the prot, I guess. It does seem like it has fields and at least one finisher, I think, with the leap. So I'm guessing that will actually be very good for heal quickness scrappers to give the quickness, because you need bliss finishers. You need finishers to for it to actually trigger. So, and it could be very good for heal Alagmech if he has the prot. So we'll have to see, right? We'll have to see what happens. For now, it's just gonna be A. Elementalist, it looks cool. People have been I don't think it's gonna be like an insane. It's not, I think it's S until we have more information about it and we actually try it out. Because right, they said it's a condy focus weapon. I'm not sure why they didn't make it a hybrid, to be honest, considering that most weapons in Elemental are hybrid. It's range. We have actually we've been asking for a long time in Ellie's. It gives barrier for you, so it actually gives you some good amount of sustain, which Ellie's also complain about a lot. It has an interesting effect that can be combined with different elements, so it's actually very, very interesting. And it has a lot of AoE, so it's actually not bad. I don't think... Maybe A is a bit too rough. Maybe S is a better way to put it. No, I think A is like, we'll have to see. The effect is very, very interesting. I will put it an S, mainly because the combination of how the bolts are going to be on your head and you're going to be able to combine them with different achievements, I think it's going to be very, very cool. So I think it's actually not bad at all. Yeah, I think it's good. It's for now, I think it's very exciting to try it out for sure. Mesmer. I mean, they didn't have any weapon that it was healing weapon, so I think it actually solves the issue very well. It gives barrier. It's and honestly, heal chrono is gonna be busted next patch anyways, so it's gonna be like a great combination. I think it's only S plus. It's not that interesting, I guess, so maybe S. It's gonna be very powerful, but I don't think it's that. We haven't seen that many interesting things about it. To actually be like, oh my god, the gameplay of it is so cool. I mean, it's cool that you have the little portal that gets only one person in, and you can use it with a rifle as the power of rotation or whatever. But other than that, I don't think it's that interesting. It's just you're shooting and you're healing stuff. It's kind of cool, I guess. It is cool that it's hybrid as well. It's better in resistance healing. It heals as well. So I think it has potential to be very good, but we don't have enough abilities and enough information to actually know if it is actually good. 1 second, I need to go into my metro train and tell people where to go. Let's go to Fortress Fire, guys, because we need that. Boom. Yeah, let's go. Boom. Dude, I do the metro train while I'm doing this, okay? And you know, I'm a multitasker. What can I say, dude? Okay, Next one is gonna be Necro. The last one, actually. The last one we have, Necro. Necro. Look, I would love putting an S plus because holy fuck, the sword looks badass and I love it. But you know what? I feel like it is an S plus. It is very interesting. It is a very, very fun effect. You know, like, oh, you're shooting beams with your sword. That's very cool. It's very cool that you actually are also it's very cool that you're also using your life to use this, and you can actually do more damage while using your own lifeblood, your own life health pool to actually do this. I think it's actually great. And it is very cool that we didn't. It actually solves the problem because we didn't really have a good weapon for PvE right now on Necro. On Reaper, you use staff for only one purpose, which is like putting the marks, or you would use dagger because I guess it does a bit more damage. You press like 2 buttons, then you leave it. Like you never actually spend in a lot of time in any other weapons unless it's greatsword in power. So it kind of solves that problem. We're probably gonna save more time on sword doing a lot of damage and then moving to the next one instead of just pressing 1 button and leaving. So it actually seems like it does solve a problem. And it looks so badass, honestly, that even though it doesn't change that much about Necro. No, guys, it's not. It doesn't change that much about Necro. It's very, very fun, but I don't think it's gonna be an insane thing that changes anything. It changes like a lot of things, right? I think it's gonna be very cool to try new builds, especially like I really want to check if I can make fucking quickness power harbinger work, but we'll see. Maybe not. It would be very nice. It just seems like a fun build to do, and it's what it is, right? It solves an issue that Necro has for sure, but I think it's just a fun build, right? I don't think there's anything more to that. You got to gourmandize. I'm gourmandizing, bro. Yeah, it's very fun, but I'm also kind of scared of how the balance about it is gonna be. Like, I wonder how they're gonna balance this. Are they gonna assume that you're gonna just completely destroy your health in order to do big damage, and that's gonna be the benchmark, or are they gonna assume that you're gonna actually not do that as much, and that's gonna be how they balance it, right? I'm not sure. Maybe only the people that completely destroy the health pool. Maybe they're gonna need a fucking dedicated healer because they're destroying their health so much. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works. I'm definitely excited to try it out for sure. But I don't think it's gonna change that much. That's definitely what I'm gonna try out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, I'm missing one. Wait, which one did I miss? Whoa! Elementalist, Mesmer, Necro, NG. Wait, Guardian, Warrior, Ranger. Oh! Wait, we talked about Ranger. Oh, we didn't talk about Ranger. Oh, yeah. Ranger has Maze. It definitely is fixing an issue that Ranger has, which is it didn't have a main hand weapon that actually did healing. It was mainly only for it was only for you only have Warhorn for giving might, which honestly doesn't even heal anyways, right? So it's kind of nice to have 2 weapons, you know, mace that do heal, and also have Havard, so you can do it for damage as well, and it gives barrier. Yeah, you would only have staff. You would have to camp staff, so now you can actually switch, right? Which is actually fun. And you're like a little, like, it's like almost like using maracas. You're using like a musical instrument to heal. I think it's kind of cool, right? And worst case scenario, if it doesn't give might, you can still use Mace Warhorn, right? And that way you can give the might and also give the healing with the main hand, right? So I think it's honestly, it solves an issue that Rainer did have, which was not having another weapon that actually held a main hand weapon that healed. It solves that issue. It looks cool. We'll have to see how good it is. I think it's definitely S. I don't think it's like, is it S plus? It might be actually, and the effect that it does, like how you charge your drums, your weapon is actually kind of cool as well. It does solve an issue that, but is it an issue that really was needed to be solved? I mean, Druid has always been very good. It's just better. I feel like it's with Rev. Like it's the same with Rev. Like, did they need this? Yes. I mean, is it good for them? Yes. But did they need it? I think they were fine without it anyways. It just makes it better. It just makes it a better spec. So I think putting it that way there, I hope the Unleash is good. Yeah, the Unleash hopefully would be good. So Heal Untamed maybe works eventually, right? Hopefully. But yeah, there you go. Those are the specs that I'm excited about. And we're gonna try it out next week when we're gonna see it on the stream, of course, and we're gonna see it when the actual beta comes out. So I'm very hopeful for it. I'm very excited for it, and we'll see how it goes. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys around. Love you all. Bye bye. That's for YouTube though. That is for YouTube. Giga chat. No. Well, so I'll just go again. All right, let's continue the meta train, guys. Let's continue with the meta train. The meta train seems fine though. I think. They don't need me, guys. They're good without me. I'm encumbered. That sucks. But yeah, I'm excited for them. Necro is the only viable class. Wait, what is that emote? Necro main. That is a great emote. Holy fuck. Oh, that's a good fucking emote, man. I love that. Oh, that's good. Levy back up inside and ooh, we could have done that, but I didn't see it. I was doing the tier list. Wait, why am oh my gosh, I got into another fucking account in another computer. 1, 2 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Tier 3 on Apple. Oh shit. Nice. Alright, let's go. We need to do the escort, guys. Do the little escort. What's your S plus again? Warrior and Thief. I think those are the big ones. I think they do a very good job at fixing problems that the class were really having issues with, you know? The other things, the things that are A or S normal, they're definitely things that they needed. They're useful, but like it's not like they absolutely fucking couldn't work without it, right? Like you could play Ellie without these weapons. You could play Necro with Power Necro with these weapons. You could play Hill